What's up, interweb? Raikun here, and welcome to my team analysis video for Week 11, the final week in Season 2, Division 1 of the Pokemon Premier League, the PPL. It's the last week, well, the last regular week anyway. And because of our performance last week, as well as a couple of other results that happened, it's not looking good for NPR. If we take a look at the league table, we're currently in 10th. There is no way we can finish 9th, regardless of any other result. We cannot finish 9th. The best we can finish is 10th, which means at best we are playing in the relegation playoff match, which means we play the team that finish in 3rd in Division 2, if we finish 10th. Whoever wins that match, between 10th in Division 1 and 3rd in Division 2, goes on to Division 1 for the next season. So that's another, potentially, a 3rd team getting promoted from Division 2, and a 3rd team getting relegated from Division 1, or it will stay as the 2 promoted and the 2 relegated from Division 1, with the other Division 1 teams staying. So, the best we can hope for is 10th, but we can still finish 11th, which is not good. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. Basically, if we win this match, we finish in 10th. If we lose 1-0 in this game, we also finish 10th. We can lose 1-0, and we still finish 10th. But that means if we lose 2-0, our rival, Colton the Osaka Eevees, Shadow Gaming Hub, he has to win 6-0. If he wins 6-0, and we lose 2-0 or more, then we finish 11th. But if he loses, we finish 10th, regardless of what happens. Even if we lose 6-0, if he loses, we still finish 10th. So it is going to be close. We have to put ourselves in the best possible position in order to finish in 10th. So we have to win, really. To put my mind at rest, we have to win. Because if we don't win, I'm going to have to wait until Colton plays his match to find out where we finished. Which is going to be terrible. But anyway. So for the last week, Week 11, we are playing Evelyn, H2O Drink It, coach of the Herdier Bremen. Now, she is sitting at the bottom of the table, but that does not mean in any way, shape or form that she is a bad player, because she really, really isn't. It's just that the level of competition in the PPL is just amazing, really. Everyone in the PPL knows what they're doing. Everyone is a good battler. Anyone can beat anyone on any given day. And Evelyn actually got her first win of the season last week by taking out one of the better battlers in the league, Ethan, coach of the Miami Rotom Heat, Erasmus. So, she's a good battler, and her style of play is something that I struggle against. That being setup. I don't play well against setup, as you guys have seen through the season. I just do not play well against setup at all. Which is why it's going to be really, really tough against her. And especially from the looks of her team as well. So, the team that she can be bringing against us. For those of you who don't know, NPR, my team, the Nidoqueens Park Rangers, the team I can be bringing for potentially the last time this season, or maybe for one more time if we play in that playoff match. NPR is Hydreigon, Mandibuzz, Mamoswine, Whimsicott, Tentacruel, Infinite, Rotom, Azelf, and Steelix. Now, Evelyn can be bringing Darmanitan, Virizion, Zapdos, Feraligatr, Druddigon, Snorlax, Magnezone, Liepard, Mishana, and the secret weapon, Oddish. Now, if you guys haven't been keeping up to date with what she's been doing with Oddish, you might look at that and just go, Oddish? Oddish has 4 kills and 1 death this season. It's at a +3 differential. In the last game, it swept. Oddish is a threat. And I never thought I'd be saying that. But Oddish is a threat. Unfortunately. Darmanitan is a huge issue. I traded that to her in the very first transfer window in the season, after week 2. I traded her Darmanitan for Infinite. Along with the trade for, I got Azelf as she got Hawlucha. That was our trade. So, that happened, and, yeah. So, she has Darmanitan, which is a huge problem for my team. I have 1 switch-in, which is Mandibuzz, but that's only a switch-in if that is a Jolly Scarfed Darmanitan. And even then, it has a 2.3% chance to kill me with a Flare Blitz anyway. After leftovers, that is. If she has Rocks Up, it's 2-hit KO. If she's not a Jolly Scarf, 2-hit KO. If she's, you know, an Adamant Scarf, if she's a Jolly Band set, 2-hit KO. And I don't have a switch-in, straight up. I just don't have a switch-in. That was switching to Tentacruel because Earthquake, plus I'm not, spoilers, I'm not bringing a physically defensive Tentacruel. I still cannot take Flare Blitzes. It also gets Zen Headbutt, gets Earthquake. So many things that Darmanitan can do to my team, and I can't do anything about it. So that's a bit of a problem. Virizion is a bit of an issue. Zapdos is a problem. Gator, setup galore. Drodagon is a bit of an issue. Curselax is going to be terrible. Lipard's prankster, T-waving, copycatting, substituting, taunting, sucker punching, pursuing shenanigans are terrible against my team. Mashana is just bulk personified, and then I don't want to get swept by Oddish. So her team is a huge problem for my team. She has a far superior matchup against me than I do against her. It's really, really not good. I am very, very scared of this match. I do not have a good matchup in the slightest. There is nothing on my team that runs through her. She has multiple things that run through me. Darmanitan runs through me. Zapdos can do so much to my team. It is ridiculous because anything that doesn't get hit super effectively with Electric Stab, she can run a move to hit it otherwise. Because obviously it destroys the likes of Mandibuzz and Tentacruel. Obviously Azelf is frail, so it hits that really hard, and Infernape hits that really hard. If she wants to hit Rotom-Mow, she wants to hit Whimsicott, she wants to hit Mamoswine, she runs a Heat Wave. If she wants to hit Hydreigon, HP Ice. Like, she can have a lot of options with Zapdos. However, this is Evelyn we're talking about. And this is the last week of the PPL. I am fully expecting Zen Mode Darmanitan. I am expecting Agility Baton Pass Zapdos. I'm expecting, like a Barrier Baton Pass Mashana, which she's used before. I'm expecting Specs Oddish. I'm expecting all of these things. Which won't be fun for me. But let's get into the team that I'm bringing against her to hopefully win this game. Or if we lose, at least we lose 1-0. So, let's take a look at the team. The first one on this team is Rotom-Mow, the Rotom-Mow. Now, this Rotom is holding the Choice Specs. Obviously, it has Levitate, with Max Special Attack, 4 in Special Defense, and Max Speed Modest, with Volt Switch, Trick, Hidden Power, Ground, and Signal Beam. Now, she has no electric immunity on her entire team. I can Volt Switch freely. With Specs, I'm going to be doing a decent amount of damage to basically anything, other than the stuff that resists it, like, you know, Magnezone. Not going to be doing much of that, but that's why I have Hidden Power, Ground. Also, if I can trick Specs onto something like Curselax, that'll be amazing. Also, a slightly riskier but still potential option would be Mashana. I don't really want to give that thing a Specs, but if it's, you know, getting out of control with its setup, I'll give it a Specs. Things like that. I also have the Signal Beam is there for the Mashana mainly, because I needed a way to deal with that. The rest of my team doesn't really deal with it too well. So I needed something. If it's a physically defensive Mashana, that's a 2-hit KO. If it's specially defensive, not quite. I believe maximum roll on a max specially defensive Mashana is 48% with the Signal Beam, so maybe after Rocks or something, that would be nice. But still, gonna have something to watch out for. I have Max Speed Modest, because the only thing that outspeeds... I wanted to be able to outspeed for Alligator, and I don't believe she's going to be bringing a Max Speed Jolly for Alligator. I don't think she'd do that. So the only way she'll outspeed me is if she is Max Speed Jolly, and I don't think she's going to be, but that's why I've gone Max Speed Modest. I wanted to hit hard with the Modest nature, but I still wanted to be quick in case she did some speed in Alligator, which I'd expect. If she does some speed in Gator, then I want to be able to outspeed it regardless. So I can 100% guaranteed outspeed a Max Speed Adamant one, and I can also outspeed, I believe it's like one with like 220 in speed Gator if it's Jolly. So I want to be able to have the best possible chance of outspeeding that Gator if it's not set up. So that's what the room's there for. Now, the next one on the team is LL Cruel J, the Tentacruel. And this Tentacruel is holding the Black Sludge. with Liquid Ooze, max HP, 4 in defense, and max special defense, calm nature, obviously 0 IVs in attack, toxic spikes, scald, haze, and mirror coat. Now, toxic spikes do really hurt her team, which is nice. She does have automatic removal with Oddish. Magnezone obviously doesn't get hit with it, which is a bit annoying. But it's still a decent thing to bring against her. The likes of Darmanitan do not want to be getting poisoned. Combine that with Flare Blitz recoil, it's going to get worn down really, really quickly, which is nice. Scald is nice to burn things, again, chip damage and all that stuff, as well as it hits the Darmanitan, which is awesome. Haze, like I said, Evelyn likes her setup. I don't play well against setup. I want a way to get rid of setup, so I'm bringing Haze. Needs to be able to get rid of setup if I can. And I am max specially defensive with Mirror Coat. I can take a max special attack, analytic, Thunderbolt from a Magnezone, which is nice. It won't be analytic boosted, of course, but I can take it, and I can Mirror Coat it, and I will kill it. Her only chance of not dying to Mirror Coat, if she Volt switches with Zapdos or Magnezone on my Tentacruel, something dies unless she switches in Lipard because it's immune because it's a Dark type. That is literally the only way something doesn't die from Mirror Coat, if she Volt switches with Zapdos or Magnezone against my Tentacruel, which is nice. Obviously Tentacruel is going to get massively worn down if that happens, but it's somewhat of a last resort. But yeah, that's LO Cruel Jade the Tentacruel. It also hard counters Oddish, which is nice. She can't Leech Seed me, she can't Giga Drain me. I resist the Poison Stab. It really, really can't do much to me. If she Leech Seeds my Tentacruel, that would be fantastic, because with Liquid Ooze, anything that comes in and wants to get Leech Seed recovery back, they're going to be getting hurt instead, which is awesome. So yeah, that's LO Cruel Jade the Tentacruel. Next one on the team is Capricious the Whimsicott. Now, this Whimsicott is timid. It has 60 in HP, max special attack, and 196 in speed, and it's holding the Life Orb with Taunt, Moonblast, HP Ground, and Memento. Now, Taunt, again, Evelyn likes her setup. Prankster Taunt is going to be really, really nice to try and stop some of that setup, if possible. Moonblast hits the likes of Druddigon, it hits Virizion, it hits Lipard, of course, which is really, really nice. Just nice, good stab hits. HP Ground for Magnezone and Darmanitan to an extent. Plus Moonblast just kind of hits her whole team kind of nice. Other than Snorlax. Snorlax can just take all the hits, whatever. Also have Memento. There's a reason for this, because I do have a setup Mon that's going to come in later. And it gives me the best possible opportunity to potentially set up with it if I can Memento off, get my opponent down to -2 attack or special attack. I can go into my setup Mon, scare it out, and go for my setup, and hopefully sweep. That's what Memento's there for, just in case, if it gives me the best possible opportunity to set up with my setup Pokemon. That is Capricious the Whimsicott, and speaking of that setup Pokemon, I have Fire Monkey the Infernape. He is here, ladies and gentlemen, and Fire Monkey the Infernape is holding the Muscle Band with Iron Fist, max attack, 4 in special defense, max speed, jolly, Mach Punch, close combat, Stone Edge, and Swords Dance, which is nice. Swords Dancing Infernape is nice. So, this Infernape does a number to her team, which is awesome. The only thing that kind of really stops Infernape is Mashana. That's pretty much it. Obviously, I don't have Fire Stab on this guy, which may seem a bit weird to some people, considering, you know, I'm scared of Oddish. But it's fine. Trust me. I got this. Mach Punch is going to be fantastic, because the reason I have Max Speed Jolly, by the way, is because the quickest thing on her team is Virizion, and it speed ties with Infernape. They both have 108 base speed, and they, at worst, I want to be speed tying with it. And at best, I'll be the quickest thing on the field, minus Scarfers. So, Mach Punch is going to out-prioritize her Prankster with Lipard, and of course, Mach Punch Okos, because it's a Lipard. So Mach Punch Okos that. she really doesn't have that much to take on a close combat from a Muscle Band Infinite, especially if I've set up a Swords Dance. Because Darmanitan dies to a close combat, Virizion dies to close combat, physically defensive Zapdos dies, or has a chance to be killed by Stone Edge if I'm at +2. Close combat kills Feraligatr, close combat kills a physically defensive Snorlax, it kills Magnezone, it obviously kills Lipard, it does a huge amount to her team, so I can freely spam close combat, and late game I can set up a Swords Dance and I can sweep her. Like I said, barring any Scarfers, Infinite's going to be the quickest thing on the field, if she doesn't bring Virizion, or if it's not max speed. So I can just spam close combat over her team. It's kind of like what I was doing against Slyro, just spamming close combat over her entire team. So that's what Infinite is gonna do, hopefully. But anyway, that's Fire Monkey the Infinite, hopefully there to sweep, or if not, just punch some holes in her team. The penultimate mon on this team is Pokinope the Mamoswine, and this Mamoswine is a very interesting set. It is max HP for an attack, max defense, impish nature with Stealth Rock, Reflect, Earthquake, and Ice Shard holding the Light Clay. Now, like I said, I'm very, 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 very scared of Darmanitan. Now, as much as it might be Zen mode, I can't prep for a Zen mode Darmanitan because I will get swept by a Sheer Force regular one. So this Mamoswine can take a Jolly Scarfed Flare Blitz from a Darmanitan relatively easily. I think it does about 76%, if my memory serves me right. I can then retaliate with an Earthquake and kill it. I can set up Rocks if I wanted to. I can set up a Reflect if I need to. And that can really, really help, because behind a Reflect, Mandibuzz, spoilers, Mandibuzz is the last mon, can just take Flare Blitzes all day. In Rock Slides, whatever, you name it, it can take it behind a Reflect. Which is awesome. That's my dedicated switch into Darmanitan. Ice Shard is a really nice priority for the likes of Virizion and Zapdos. Even though we only have 4 investment in attack, it still does a really respectable amount, doing about half to both of them, which is nice. Can really, really come in clutch. And of course, Earthquake, Stab, and hits the likes of Darmanitan and Magnezone, which is nice. I do outspeed the Magnezone as long as it's not Scarfed or has a significant amount of speed investment. I'm not expecting her to bring a speedy Magnezone unless it is Scarfed. If it's like a Specs Analytic one, then, you know, that'll be cool, because I do outspeed with Mamoswine, and I can kill it with an Earthquake. As long as it's not Air Balloon, but that's fine. So, yeah. That is Pokinope the Mamoswine. My phone is blowing up right now, because Evelyn is trying to get hold of me to battle. I've literally just got my team. I did message her on Skype, but I'm guessing she hasn't seen it. That's unfortunate. Anywho, last one on this team is Lightyear the Mandibuzz, and this Mandibuzz it is also max HP, max defense, impish with 4 in speed this time. Now, this Mandibuzz has Overcoat holding the leftovers, with Foul Play, Whirlwind, Roost, and Toxic. Now, Foul Play, like I said, she has a lot of setup. Also hits Darmanitan really nicely, hits Gator if it wants to set up, hits Drodicon decently well, Curse-Lax if it wants to try and set up. It's not going to do too much because she is boosting her defense at the same time, but whatever. It does things and stuff. It's just nice. Whirlwind, she likes to set up. I want to phase things out. That's nice. Roost, need to get HP back. If I'm switching into Darmanitan, I need to be able to get HP back. So that's what I hope to do. Toxic, wear things down. That's pretty much it. I do have Toxic on Mandibuzz and Toxic Spikes on Tentacruel, which might seem like counterproductive or whatever, but if I can't get T-Spikes up, I'd still need to be able to wear things down somehow, so that's what Mandibuzz is going to do. It's going to get off Toxics, and it's going to wear things down, hopefully. Need to be able to get that chip damage, so that my other mons, Whimsicott, Infinite, can come in and, you know, bop things. That'll be nice. So that's what Mandibuzz is there for. So that's pretty much the team. There are so many things that I was considering this week. So many possibilities. I wanted Tailwind. I wanted a Last Resort Azelf, because it did a lot to her team. There were so many potential options. If I could bring like 8 mons this week, that would be fantastic, but I can't. I'm very, very scared about a lot of her threats. I don't have any Scarfers, which might seem really, really strange, bearing in mind, you know, how much of a threat I said Scarf Darmanitan was. It's going to be tough. because if she, the thing is though, if she's scarfed, Mandibuzz can switch in, which is nice. If she's not scarfed though, then I have things to outspeed it. So that was my kind of thought process behind that one. And I'm very scared of Mashana. I need Mashana out the way before Infinite can do anything. I don't have U-turn on it, can't hit it super effectively, so I need to get Mashana out the way before I can let Infinite do things and stuff. There are lots of things I'm scared of on our team, but hey-ho, we're going to have to see how it goes. That's the team. Hope you guys are looking forward to the match, which should be up tomorrow if all goes as planned. I need to go and record my pre-game speech, and then I need to battle. So, hopefully you guys like this team, and I hope you guys are excited for potentially the final week in Season 2 of the Pokemon Premier League. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the match. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Doodaloo.